I should, I guess, turn on my camera, right? So I'm just sitting here, I had like 10 or 15 minutes before going live and, thinking about things in my past. Because, timelines are important. How, look at this happened here. And then 10 years ago or 10 years later, it manifested like this here, people, scenario, situation, stuff like that. And I'm reminded of how just, people really don't like being told, corrected. If you're lazy, they don't like being told that they're lazy, or that they need to not be lazy, and how to avoid or how to, snap out of it. If they're stupid, same thing. If they're whatever. People just don't like correction. They don't like being corrected. I can't fix something if I don't know it's broken. I'm not afraid of correction. As long as it's legit and it's not you and your agenda, or you're coming at me because of some weird goofy thing, we're good. And it's just sad when you look at the people's lives, or that term I came up. If you look at their faith profile based on their lack of, doing everything they can not to heed correction, godly correction, or under the guise of godly correction, they want to hear what, they want to hear. Or, when you start telling them, as long as it fits their agenda, they're good, That doesn't work, because you can't bear fruit, because then what's the result of that? A lack of fruit bearing. Because if I only listened to people that said things I wanted to hear, the way I wanted to hear it or whatever. Oh, I forgot to turn this light on. Sorry. I'm good. That's going to stunt my growth, my maturity. It's going to stunt my ability to bear fruit. I'm not interested in that. I want to, even the hard things, I need to hear those and then apply them so that I can grow, mature, and bear fruit, right? Bearing fruit is the sign of godly maturity. Whether it's bearing fruit in your faith walk, in your gift cluster, in your talents and abilities, in your stewardship, in your obedience, in your marriage, in your children's relationship with your children, the relationship with your grandchildren, your business, your job, your territory. Most people, in my opinion, and in my experience, most people that don't heed correction, they don't have a good life. Their life has there's deficits. I don't want deficits in my life. You know what I'm saying? I want the whole enchilada. I want the full knowledge. Anyway, we're going to talk about that tomorrow as we unpack this week's study. I know we've been stuck between verses 26 and 28 since Tuesday. Haven't been able to get out of there, and we will unpack that more tomorrow. It's Thursday. We're in 1 John chapter 2. I'm just going to read through 26 through 29. Maybe I should have had the ticker going through this little discourse I just had that lasted 4 minutes. Wow. Okay. There's just so much crap going on around out there. It's absolutely insane. All right, verse 26. I have written you these things about the people who are trying to deceive you. As for you, the messianic anointing you received from the Father remains in you, so that you have no need for anyone to teach you. On the contrary, as his messianic anointing continues to teach you about all things, and is true, not a counterfeit, so, just as he taught you, remain united with him. Verse 28, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And now, children, remain united with him, so that when he appears, we may have confidence and not shrink back from him in shame at his coming. You know that picture, that meme of that person, just you can tell they've jumped in his arms and they're just holding him tight and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Yeah, versus shrinking back from being ashamed at his coming. If you remain united, see, there's that key. You have to remain. It's not once saved, always saved. You can drop the ball. You can lose this. If you know that he is righteous, you should also know that he is the Father of everyone who does what is right. Not everybody does what is right. Not everybody is interested in doing what is right. The majority of people are interested in doing what feels good to them, what is right to them, what is right in their own eyes. There's a way that it seems right to a man, and then the end of that way is death. Buzzer! Oh, 14 seconds to go. Yeah, it's if there was a line in the sand before, man, this thing is getting nitty gritty now.
The views and opinions expressed during our broadcasts are solely those of the broadcast producers, hosts, and/or guests, etc., and are not necessarily the views or opinions of the Travelog Network, its sponsors, or affiliates.